Ambition 2025 continues to adapt the organization, leveraging the knowledge of Sodexo's global teams and experience to grow faster. This new organization has 4 main dimensions, with the creation of global client segments that can allow client-centric focus to deliver quality of life for clients and consumers as the first dimension. The second dimension is the transversal functions, which has an operational role in standardizing quality, helping to reduce costs and also helping the organization have more predictable results. The third dimension is the geographic governance, which ensures effective operation across all dimensions. The final dimension is service operations, which includes Sodexo's technical experts that create and deliver standardized systems and services for on-site teams. Segments are in partnership with service operations, which consists of technical experts who can deliver standardized systems and services. Within service operations, we have several platforms, including safety, food, facility management, business improvement and growth support, information systems and technology, supply management, and the support functions of finance, HR, and planning. The facility management platform features a group of subject matter experts, known as SMEs, and deployment specialists that can design and implement standardized services to all of the segments in the following areas: Soft Service Framework, Asset Management Framework, Energy Management, Construction, Service Development, and the FM Command Center. The FM platform has defined end-to-end processes to support the segments in their sales and deployment of these services. These end-to-end processes match the global mega processes for client relationship management. This video describes the adaptation of the 2.3 Solution and Contract Design, 2.4 Solution Mobilization, and 2.5 Contract Management for Soft Services Framework. The Soft Services Framework, known as SSF, includes all former and future service lines not within hard facilities management and culinary solutions. Current SSF service lines include cleaning, grounds, security, laundry, concierge, transportation, waste management, pest control, health and wellness, business services such as mailroom, shipping and receiving, reprographics, conference room management, and reception. Housed with the overall service operations team is a group of experienced professionals with a wide variety of certifications within soft services, serving as either subject matter experts or support specialists, available to assist segments in developing a solution and deploying Sodexo's tools and systems to implement the final agreed-upon solution. Additionally, SSF has an innovation team that vets new processes, products, and equipment to allow teams to offer best-in-class solutions. The 2.3 process identifies the solutions for client needs once a new business opportunity has been identified. The process includes the steps from the identification of a potential opportunity, the on-site or tabletop discovery, and survey process, including the development of the scope of work to assure alignment with client expectations, to the proposed solution, letter of intent, the contract negotiation, and the final contract creation. Each step in this 2.3 process is led by the sales team. To begin the solution and contract design process, the first pass is through a decision stage gate. This decision is made by the sales and operations teams within the segments after completion of the 2.2 process of creating an opportunity. Once the segment decides to proceed with pursuing this opportunity, this sales opportunity is registered with the BIGS team via the BIGS portal by accessing the link on the Sodexo Net page. Once the project is registered with BIGS, the SSF team contacts the sales lead to complete the project evaluation form in order to align the appropriate SME to support the process, to maximize the solution and minimize the risk. Segments are responsible for the deal structure and pricing, including review of the client's financial qualifications and identification of any potential risks for Sodexo to be considered during the sales and contracting process. The segment passes through the next stage gate and decides to submit a proposal for the negotiated deal or respond to a client's formal request for a proposal process. The next stage is to understand the client's needs and develop a possible solution. The segment sales team now leads the process to create the sales plan, provide project details, and support access to the site for further review with the SSF subject matter experts. The segment's finance team supports the development of the business case and deal structure for the project. The SSF SME team leads the technical evaluation of the project with site visits, evaluates the data provided by the client site, and proposes a solution that includes the recommended staffing level, recommended equipment to achieve that staffing level, and chemical and supply benchmarks. The SSF management team also reviews the details to ensure the necessary resources are identified to deliver the solution. The recommendations are given to the segment sales, finance, and the operations teams for use in developing the proposal. The next decision point requires the segment to review analysis from all of the stakeholders involved and determine if the information submitted justifies submitting a proposal. This review includes a joint discussion between the segment and service operations to agree on the minimal operation needs to ensure success based on the proposed scope of service and how a change in resources directly correlates with the change in scope. If after measuring the risk and reward, the segment decides to proceed with the proposal, then a proposal is submitted. Once again, the segment sales and operations teams lead this process and the interaction with the client. Negotiations begin with the client on service-level agreements, scopes of work, and mobilization plans. These teams confirm that the proposal submitted meets the client's on-site needs. The segment sales and operations teams are supported by the segment finance team to validate all financial assumptions, models, and pricing utilizing the approved benchmark analytics provided by service operations. The BIGS team continues to ensure all needed service operations stakeholders are included in the process. The SSF team supports all of the technical due diligence review activities, such as staffing, equipment, processes, chemicals, and supplies. All governing regulatory bodies having jurisdiction needs are aligned in this solution by SSF to ensure that the service is costed correctly. The Transversal's legal team conducts legal due diligence reviews. Once this due diligence process is complete, a final scope of work with financial terms and conditions is agreed upon with the client. The team proceeds to the next stage gate. The next decision point can be determined by the Sodexo team or client. This means that there is a decision to move ahead with the project because the due diligence review and contract negotiation delivers a favorable agreement for Sodexo and the client. Or, Sodexo decides that the terms of the agreement are not in line with Sodexo's risk or financial models and decides not to proceed with the agreement. After Sodexo is selected via letter of intent as the partner of choice for the desired service, the process to create an agreement begins. This process is led by the segment sales and operations team to get a signed agreement that includes final scope of work and SLAs discussed and agreed with the client and aligned with Sodexo's costing. The segment finance team finalizes the financial KPIs and the contract payment schedule. The mobilization plan is finalized and prepared for execution. BIGS continues to be a project manager in the process by reviewing all activities with service operations. If Sodexo Capital is involved to finance the project, Transversal Finance manages the sign-off on the investment and contract. The Transversal legal team supports contract review and negotiation if required. A contract is signed at this point in the process by segment and the client. The SSF and procurement teams establish Sodexo preferred vendors and suppliers to execute operations and mitigate risk for Sodexo. The 2.3 solution and contract design process ends, and the 2.4 solution mobilization process begins. The 2.4 process can be thought of as the mobilization, deployment, or startup process for a new business. The process includes the beginning of the preparation work in advance of the go-live date through the end of startup. It concludes with the site handover to the ongoing operations team. The beginning of the solution mobilization involves the deployment of the resources defined in the mobilization plan. The process is led by the segment operation and sales team to facilitate client meetings and access to the facilities. The segment team leads the client relation management activities. The service operation team, through the SSF team, develops and deploys the operational tools and systems to manage the offered solutions. The SSF team appoints a support specialist who begins meetings with the newly identified on-site team. With the support of the on-site segment team, the SSF resource establishes supply purchasing by engaging approved Sodexo procurement partners for the services to be provided on-site. The SSF project manager completes the initial equipment orders directly with the equipment partner. The segment team hires and directs all on-site management and hourly employees. The final stage gate determines operational readiness to proceed and begin on-site startup. The startup is now ready to go live, and the deployment of operational solutions is led by the SSF team, while the segment operations and sales team lead the client relationship management process with the client through facilitating all meetings and reporting startup progress. The segment finance team supports the process through prompt invoicing and collection in alignment with the contractual terms. The SSF team coordinates with procurement to set up all subcontractors utilizing approved Sodexo partners and supply relationships to ensure that they meet the contractual scope of work. The transversal human resources team monitors compliance with all local employment laws. The go-live stabilization then occurs as the deployment is completed, led by the SSF team. The segment sales, SSF, and operation teams sign off on the site handover checklist to officially transfer the operations to the on-site team. The site handover checklist includes all global operations tools for the specific service and site, such as the SOPs, training resources, and other tools found on OKDocs, the resource allocation plan, the site management system, SMS, with the segment on-site team, to ensure understanding and future execution. These tools allow the on-site team to have a seamless transition by maximizing the ability to provide successful outcomes. By implementing this process for SSF, innovative solutions are provided that provide a client-centric focus to deliver quality-of-life services for clients and consumers. The 2.5 process can be thought of as normal daily operations. All startup and mobilization work is complete and handed off. The segment on-site team moves into operating business as usual, looking to maintain and improve upon all that is in place. The segment team manages utilizing all of the tools and resources mobilized to facilitate delivering the outcomes the client expects within the scope of service. Vigilance for scope creep is imperative, with a willingness to help serve new requests, but only after the segment negotiates what the amendment or supplemental invoice for that additional service includes, both in outcome and in financial benefit to Sodexo. The operational team measures and reports upon the established KPIs, utilizing the site management system. The SSF team monitors these KPIs and gathers and shares benchmarking and best practices to support as requested. Together, the on-site team, with SSF support as needed, continually works to improve and drive positive outcomes for the client, better returns for Sodexo, and a better quality of life for all stakeholders, building a case to be a partner for life.